The morning the Duke arrived, sunlight spilled over the stone courtyard like spilled gold, and everyone felt the future tighten its grip. Two sisters stood beneath the open sky, one polished and admired, the other quietly set aside, and a single choice hovered over them like a blade. Pride dressed itself in silk that day, while hope hid in plain cotton, and no one believed the rejected one would be seen at all. If you believe stories of kindness and second chances deserve to be told, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Life Spark Stories right now. Your support keeps these moments alive. The estate belonged to Lord Havron, a man who measured worth by appearance and obedience, and he had trained his household to do the same. His elder daughter, Seraphine, moved through the courtyard with practiced grace, her hair shining, her gown tailored for admiration. The younger daughter, Myria, stood farther back in the shade of a fig tree, her simple dress clean but plain, her posture careful, her eyes attentive. For years, Myria had learned to be invisible in daylight, where judgments arrived quickly and stayed forever. She carried kindness like a hidden note in her pocket, something she read to herself when the world refused to read her at all. The Duke, Alaric of Weiermont, arrived not with thunder but with calm purpose, his carriage stopping as birds lifted from the fountain. He had come to choose a bride, but he had also come to see a household in daylight, when truth could not hide behind candles. The estate bustled with rehearsed smiles, servants aligned like ornaments, and Lord Havron's confidence glowed brighter than the noon sun. He had prepared one daughter to be chosen and one to be forgotten. The rejected one, he believed, was an acceptable sacrifice to ambition. Myria noticed what others did not. She noticed a servant struggling with a heavy crate and offered help without being asked. She noticed the Duke's horse sweating in the heat and quietly fetched water. She noticed the way the garden needed shade cloths pulled tighter, and she fixed them with steady hands. None of these acts were performed for praise. They were done because daylight makes needs visible, and Myria had trained her heart to answer them. As the tour continued, the Duke's attention drifted from the rehearsed elegance to the honest corners of the estate. He saw how the garden thrived where care was constant rather than flashy. He saw how the servants relaxed around the quiet sister, how their shoulders lowered as if safety had arrived. He felt a strange steadiness settle in his chest, the kind that daylight brings when illusions finally thin. The admired sister sparkled, but the rejected one grounded the room. In the open air, truth does not whisper, it stands. Lord Havron's expectations hardened as the moment approached. He had given instructions with a smile that did not reach his eyes, convinced that beauty would do the work for him. Yet the Duke's gaze kept returning to Myria, to the calm in her movements, to the patience that did not seek reward. The choice, when it came, did not feel dramatic to the Duke. It felt necessary. Daylight had shown him a life he could build, not just a picture he could frame. The courtyard fell silent in the sun. Pride cracked and disbelief rippled. Myria felt the ground shift beneath her feet, not with fear but with relief so sharp it nearly brought tears. She had spent years learning to survive without being chosen. Now she learned how to stand when she was. The Duke's decision did not erase her past, but it honored it, and that mattered more than applause. In the brightness of the day, a rejected heart learned it had always been whole. Change arrived slowly, the way real healing does. Myria learned to speak with confidence that did not shout. The estate learned that kindness could be leadership. Lord Havron learned that control fades when daylight insists on honesty. The Duke learned that partnership begins where empathy lives. And Myria learned that worth does not need permission to exist. It only needs a chance to be seen. If this story touched your heart and reminded you that gentleness can reshape destiny, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Life Spark Stories, and let others find hope here too. Before the ending, please comment one word that describes how this story made you feel.